An ancient hidden valley lost inside history remains governed by the harsh laws of primitive nature. This is no ordinary jungle, but a specialized ecosystem with solid rock surfaces concealing ancient hidden marshes beneath. King Kong stands as the sole ruler and guardian of this highly protected primitive island universe, a true monarch. A sudden powerful vibration rising from the deep cavern spaces terrifies the largest native wilderness predators in this ancient land. A terrifying disaster hidden for long centuries on the island's darkest edge has finally emerged to hunt the ancient creatures here. Emerging from dark, mysterious waters, the world's largest primal predators, the White and Green Titanoboas, enter this ancient territory now. The ultimate confrontation begins as the hidden invaders challenge the king's supreme rule over this highly protected ancient wilderness sanctuary. The old forest silence shatters like an explosion as White and Green Titanoboas erupt directly from foliage, a deadly invasion underway. The monsters ambush the island king immediately, utilizing unexpected velocity camouflage patterns and massive heavy bodies to their advantage now. Both giant snakes advanced rapidly, wrapping steel coils and heavy loops around Kong's broad shoulders and chest. A deadly stranglehold formed. A Sanjin phase of death began where every passing second squeezed natural oxygen out of Kong's lungs. A desperate struggle unfolding here. Survival appeared completely impossible as the intense pressure brought the protector's skeleton close to breaking point tonight, a dire outcome looming. Jungle animals situated on distant cliffs observe this brutal confrontation with absolute terror and deep hayrat, a primal display unfolding here. But the true king's deep rage is his greatest destructive power, which the enemy underestimated completely today, a turning point reached. Despite experiencing devastating physical pain and total body compression, the primate activated his mental capacity now, a desperate counterattack unfolding. He lifted a heavy and Wozni granite piece from the mud using his available free hand immediately, a powerful counterstrike underway. He drove the stone with force into the lower cranial base near the White Titanoboa's sensitive artery. A deadly blow landed. A severe wave of pain surged through the monster's body, forcing its tight coils to loosen today, a crucial opening created. Gaining absolute freedom, Kong combined his massive hands into a heavy hammer configuration for physical response now, a crushing blow imminent. He delivered an extremely powerful strike onto Green Titanoboa's jaw, causing fluid to erupt from its mouth, a decisive victory within reach. The Titan broke several old trees, crashing down onto the earth with a heavy and decisive thud, a monumental impact felt. The diverse wildlife inhabitants of the jungle look on entirely stunned, witnessing this swift and complete fatter, a primal spectacle unfolding. The jungle clearing has completely transformed into a dangerous death field where a fire of revenge burns, a deadly legacy left behind. This Gamasan and Sanjin Ladea became a turning point where dominance was decided solely by physical force, a new order established. The intense physical confrontation reaches its absolute conclusion, resulting in the total destruction of the enemy forces, a final reckoning reached. Utilizing his remaining physical power, Kong dragged the lifeless titans across the muddy ground with distinct purpose, a victory procession unfolding. He hurled the dead monsters deep into the sanctuary's deepest and darkest cavern ruins permanently today now, a final farewell given. Its return from the shadows of this ancient subterranean chasm is rendered completely impossible within nature today, a lasting peace achieved. The grand prehistoric duel concludes, leaving the ancient habitat secure under its rightful alpha leader now here. A new era begins. Covered in deep wounds, the victorious king emerges from the mud, seeking an elevated vantage point now, a new journey undertaken. He climbs toward a high Pathrala Chatten as his respiration gradually returns to standard baseline levels today, a new path unfolding. The alpha primate mounts the high platform overlooking the entire valley expanse of his wilderness kingdom today, a regal presence asserted. The final crimson ray of the setting sun falls on his chest, illuminating his extensive battle scars, a heroic image etched in the mind. The protective sparkle returns to his eyes as he confirms his absolute dominion over the entire land, a new era of peace established. Standing as a massive shadow between dusk and moonrise, he positions himself to guard his territory safely, a watchful guardian of the land. He releases an immensely powerful roar toward the sky, shaking the entire perimeter of the sanctuary today, a primal declaration made. This roar declares that no matter what size invasion occurs, the absolute Badshah of territory remains, a primal message conveyed. The absolute monarch stands firm, confirming that dominion over this prehistoric wilderness sanctuary remains is now, a lasting legacy established. The unique landscape of the sanctuary is permanently modified by the extreme physical violence of today's fight, a lasting impact felt. Agitated mineral elements settle once again into mud pools as the valley returns to quiet state today, a new era of peace established. Life along the ground slowly resumes as smaller organisms witness the aftermath of the Titans' war now, a new cycle of life begun. These jagged stone crowns have witnessed the fall of massive invaders and the rise of victors Hamisha, a lasting legacy of strength established. Scavengers descend from high altitudes to participate in the final chapter of this deadly wilderness struggle today, a new era of life unfolding. Relics of the combat are slowly buried by the sands of time, becoming part of natural history, a lasting legacy of conflict established. Tranquility returns to the territory, but the memory of the dangerous invasion will echo Hamisha here now, a lasting impact felt. Even the strongest kings must tend to their wounds after surviving a lethal encounter with monsters safely, a new era of peace established. As dawn approaches, the predator's memory fades and the sun honors the victors of final battle Hamisha, a new era of peace begun. Nature adapts quickly to violence, using the scars of the past as foundation for the future today, a resilient ecosystem established. The waters are still once again hiding the memory of the giant predators that fought here earlier, a lasting legacy of peace established. Even in the site of destruction, new life begins to bloom, fueled by rich volcanic soil structures, a new cycle of life begun. Walking through the ferns, the ruler re-established his daily patrol of the land he successfully defended today, a watchful guardian of the land. Standing tall, the ancient trees endure the passing of seasons and the violent wars of Titans Hamisha, a lasting legacy of strength established. The forest is alive with movement as the cycle of life continues under watchful eyes here today, a new era of life unfolding. At night, the marsh reveals its eerie beauty, masking the violence that occurred beneath the silver moon, a lasting legacy of mystery established. Steam rises from cooling earth as the heat of the battle dissipates into darkening night air channels, a new era of peace established. The jungle canopy hides many secrets, but the story of the hunt will Hamisha be told here, a lasting legacy of strength established. Small life forms emerge once again to claim their place in the cycle of nature today Hamisha, a new cycle of life begun. Even the strongest kings must tend to their domain after surviving a lethal encounter with monsters safely, a new era of peace established. The moon watches over a kingdom that has successfully defended itself against the greatest of terrors Hamisha, a lasting legacy of peace established. With the arrival of dawn, the king prepares to patrol his vast territory once again today Hamisha, a watchful guardian of the land. The river remains a source of life for all creatures who call this mysterious basin home Hamisha, a lasting legacy of life established. The waterfall provides a moment of reflection for the ruler who has survived another day today Hamisha, a new era of peace begun. A king sees more than just a survivor in the reflection, he sees the weight of duty Hamisha, a lasting legacy of strength established. Light returns to the land, revealing the true scale of the prehistoric world where Titans rule safely, a new era of life unfolding. Nature's small workers begin the task of reclaiming the site where massive primal Titans fought earlier, a new cycle of life begun. Even the most fearsome predators are part of a delicate balance that sustains life Hamisha across Earth, a lasting legacy of life established. Mountain waters steadily rinse the old muddy fields, restoring clarity across the entire marshland habitat zones today, a new era of peace established. Pristine atmospheric movements shroud the highest ridges, keeping silent vigil over changing primitive wildlife domains Hamisha, a lasting legacy of peace established. Morning condensation provides critical sustenance for small local organisms moving through dense hidden foliage layers routinely today, a new cycle of life begun. Towering ancient groves remain unaffected by massive apex confrontations,